have unlimited text messaging. By Miss Carr. Chapter 77. Conversation 52. Greetings from Johannesburg. Anthony. Hey, I just wanted to let you know that I decided to go to Johannesburg early. I managed to move things around and it just made sense to start things on the 23rd. Nomad. You mean Yo-Yo moved things around? Anthony. If you're not going to take advantage of your assistant's super speed, what's the point of having an assistant with super speed? I need a break after what happened. Also, I have a few meetings with various government officials to deal with some of our fuck-ups in the country. If I get them done now, that means more time with you. Nomad. Which I'm grateful for. Are you on the jet already? Or are you flying in the suit? Anthony. I take the jet. I've been here for a few hours. I even had a few of the meetings already. Although I did bring a suit or two because, well, I almost got killed by sunflower seeds last month. The bodyguards are also with me, armed with EpiPens and icers. Nomad. That's probably a good plan. I may have packed a few EpiPens myself. Anthony. This is why you're my boyfriend. I just really need to spend extra time with you after everything with Spidey and the feds. Ross is really pissed off about the ferry getting sliced in half. He sees it as evidence that we should all be locked up. Nomad. Because it's always our fault when the bad guy's tech malfunctions. Anthony. Well, apparently, if we just let the FBI deal with it, the alien tech that was stolen right out from under the government's nose would not have malfunctioned. Insert eye roll here. Wait, how do you even know about that? Nomad. I have my sources. Do you actually believe that? Anthony. Hell no. Which makes me feel even worse about the way I reacted. Nomad. You made the right choice. He isn't ready yet. You're not a hero because you have powers. You are a hero because you keep trying. Anthony. Wise words. I spoke with Spidey. Anthony. Okay, I emailed because, as I've learned with you, it's better to put things in writing. Anthony. He threatened to kill me because he came home crying and I had to explain what happened without explaining what really happened. Because he still doesn't want her to know. Now she thinks he's hiding the fact that he's at least fooling around with his BFF, Ned. Nomad. That decision is going to blow up in his face. Actually, it might already be from what you're saying. Anthony. Parents always know when something is not quite right. Jarvis did at least. I'm just hoping I'm in another country when it all falls apart. Anthony. Also, speaking of situations that could blow up, Ross has decided to show up for the last day of the conference, which is something that the secretary hasn't done in years. Nomad. Trap? Anthony. Probably. I would understand if you don't want to risk coming, but I really want to see you. It's been a very stressful couple of days. Nomad. Ross? Anthony. Yes! Even though this is not the secretary's problem anymore, it's Snookum's problem, and he wasn't that happy either. Nomad. I'm sure the colonel is more understanding. Anthony. Yes, but he hates it when people get in the way of the mission. It annoys him. It's looking more and more likely that Spidey is going to Powered Person Summer Camp, or rather winter break camp, as they kind of can't wait 9 months for intensive training. Nomad. It may be for the best. Anthony. Although, I don't know how we are going to train that good doer streak out of him. You still have it, and it's been decades. Nomad. Don't try. Just teach him to be less reckless. Anthony. Which you will be in charge of, because I can't lecture anybody about not being reckless. I can't be that much of a hypocrite. I could, but I choose not to be. Nomad. I'm just glad that you're aware that you are reckless. Anthony. Although thinking about it, so were you. Okay, Agent America will be giving that speech because Yo-Yo got shot a couple of months ago after taking a bullet for her current boyfriend, which led to cauterization by blowtorch. Nomad. Agree. Anthony. I should be happy that at least you are now self-aware. Please, stop doing stupid stuff. Nomad. I'll try, if you try. I might be able to get to Johannesburg a little bit earlier. Anthony. That would be good, because I think you probably should leave a day or two earlier than planned. Ross isn't going to be here until the last day, so maybe you can stay out of his way. When are are you going to get here? No, man. Very soon. Open the door, Tony. Steve placed the phone in his pocket just as the door opened. Tony dropped his phone on the ground as soon as Steve's lips descended on his. Steve was just that eager. At least I found out my new phone is really shatterproof, Tony remarked, pulling him into the room. You look like your celebrity doppelganger in Snowpiercer, but healthier. To keep himself safe, it was decided that Stefan would have darker hair and a beard. You look good. So you like this look? Steve asked. Yes. Okay, I kind of want to drag you into the bedroom, mostly to take that shirt off of you. I want to believe that came from Hot Topic, but dinner first. Room service, Steve said, kissing him again. I love you. Tony moans out between kisses. Love you too, Steve said as he tries to take off Tony's shirt. That's when he felt himself being pushed away from Tony. He looked up to see Tony's assistant standing smugly in the doorway. His sources have provided him with pictures of Tony's new associates. Tony did not seem happy to see her there. What followed was a rapid exchange in Spanish that Steve could only make out every other word of. So you're not medically cleared? Steve asked after he started to piece the argument together. I'm still not allowed to do anything that will get my heart rate up, including you. You save a few hundred people on a ferry, which was technically violating doctor's orders, and they decide to punish you. Tony frowned. Yes, I would have still done it, despite the consequences. Not surprising. That's who you are, he said as he placed an arm around Tony. Apparently, that was still allowed. This is not a punishment, it's for your safety, Yo-Yo replied. Dr. Simmons' orders. She's not a real doctor, Tony replied. Neither was Bruce, but he was the only one you would let see you for a long time. Were you going to tell me? Steve asked, slightly hurt. At dinner, but then you suggested room service, and I actually lost most of my brain function, because you really are that good of a kisser, Tony told him. This was why I was asked to chaperone. Kissing is still allowed, but that's it, Tony's assistant explained. This is not fair, Tony lamented, and Steve agreed, although deep down inside he felt it was probably for the best. Besides, a healthy Tony was more important than anything else.